Hi there, and welcome back to Goonies World. I am Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean, and with me, as always, is Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello there.
And we also have Lunicorn, also known as Lynn.
Hey!
And we have our game master for this episode, Meanie, also known as Ryan.
Hello. And not only this episode, but some additional episodes after a short break,
That's
which we will
right.
talk about later.
Yeah.
But, so we are returning to the now, and has been for a bit now, much more peaceful and serene setting of the Three Feathers, where you have, you've had a night. Some might say a rough one. Certainly lots of things have gone on. There have been bodies, there have been conspiracies, there have been doors kicked down, multiple doors probably, and people jumping out of windows, and all sorts of
whoopings,
horse whippings, and this is a very eventful night, and not only just for you guys, of course, but for quite a few other people as well. But due, at least to some of these goings on, you have found yourselves locked into a room formerly occupied by the arm wrestling champion. Well, not arm wrestling champion, but the champion who was a fan of arm wrestling. The champion of the Graven, who was a fan of arm wrestling. We need a little silver little clauses there, because he clearly wasn't the arm wrestling champion because Oswald had kicked his ass. But yes, the room that he was murdered in, apparently in an attempt to kind of like lure the assassin back to take out Ludmilla, the replacement champion. And you were not given any sort of instructions about what to do with any sort of would-be assassin, or of course when they might show up or how they might approach or anything like that. So that's going to be kind of at your discretion of how you choose to deal with it. But just to remind myself and any listener who didn't just finish the last episode in a binge, where I believe Ludmilla had fallen asleep in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oswald, I think, was under a bed, but had made the bed, made like a pseudo Oswald out of sheets and such on the bed.
Well,
is that right?
I made a body shape. I don't know if it was supposed to be me but
Well, right. It's a generic sort of could be anyone type thing.
I am not under the bed. I'm actually looking out the window with my sling ready.
Oh.
And but I'm kind of crouching, so my head is just barely peeking up. And I opened up the window just a little bit, so I can better see out there. And hopefully, if they're coming up through the window, I'll be able to see them. And yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Now that you say that, I remember that, and I remember the opening of the window kind of blowing in some nice, cool night air into the otherwise stagnant room where the three of you are just kind of shut in here. And now I'm guessing, Oswald, based on your description, that your eye level is not such that you can see the guards positioned at the ground below the window, right?
Probably not. I don't know. I was just gonna, because I'm just have my head up above. Because what I was trying to do was sort of someone came in through the door, I'd be kind of low and not be seen immediately. But I wanted to be high enough, my head high enough, so I could at least see out the window, but I'm probably looking out straight, not down.
Down, right? Okay. And what about Rosalin? I don't recall what Rosalin was doing.
Well, and I don't recall exactly either, which is inexcusable because I just edited that last episode today.
You did not specify what you were doing.
Yeah, and I may not have. So earlier she was sitting in the bed with her head in her hands, finding herself in this situation because of her servants, basically, and her own curiosity. But I think she doesn't want to stand all freaking night, but maybe that's why she hasn't fallen asleep. I think she's going to stand on the side of the door. I think it opens inward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It does.
she's going to, at risk of being, smashed if somebody slammed it open, she'll stand on the hinge side, so that when they would open the door, she'd be standing right behind it, just in case.
Okay. Now, just a reminder, there are obviously 2 guards positioned outside the door, as well as 2 guards positioned on the ground outside the window. But that is not to say that someone could not possibly come in the door. I mean, you never know, right? Or the window, for that matter. I mean, they could be bribed, they could be killed. I mean, you never know.
Well, realistically, knowing that they're out there and hearing them creak around, she'll freaking sit on the bed for a while until something seems like it's going to happen. She'll get plenty of warning, and then she'll go stand on the door. After standing there for 15 minutes, she decides that's what she'll do.
Getting some cramps in my leg.
Yeah.
I think Oswald, I don't know. Maybe he can stay under the bed, bite some ankles or something.
Right, and he certainly could fit under a bed.
Now, here's what I want to know about Oswald. And he's small but vicious, we know that. But does he like me? Is it likely that I am secretly starting to fall for the puppy, if not you? Or is he does he freaking hate me and snap at me?
I don't have any reason to think that he would be. I don't think he would have a grudge against you.
Good. I'm going to say, absent-mindedly, I'm sitting there on the bed scratching his head, but I don't really realize I'm doing it, sort of thing. That's how I'd like to picture myself in this moment. But I'm ready to jump up. And I did get to keep my dagger, too, so I can do parrying stance. So I learned all that from my brother.
You did. And so it's about, well, I mean, you don't have a watch, but you've been in here for a good long while. I mean, certainly long enough for Ludmilla to zonk out in the wardrobe. And
Soft snores coming from the wardrobe.
But not so soft.
The 2 characters who are awake can make perception tests, and the one who is asleep can also make a perception test, but at a minus 30% penalty.
Ooh, 25. That's going to be good. 25. Does it make it, though, for me? Let's see. No, it doesn't. I don't have perception.
Well, intelligence,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so that would be minus 20. Nope. Oh, 23. Oh, missed it by 2%. Oh, fuck you, Warhammer.
Yeah, I mean, mine is so low. I rolled a 32, and I was like, I bet that passes. Nope, I got it.
Yeah.
29 intelligence.
And I want people to know when I say fuck you, Warhammer, I say it with love. But fuck you, Warhammer. Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 14, but with a minus 30. Actually, with a minus 30, it would be impossible, but I figured you might let me if I had rolled a 1. But I didn't. I rolled a 14.
Yeah, a 1 through 5, I would have probably given it to you on a wow, well, that's a critical technically type of basis. But yeah, unfortunately, the one person who fell asleep is the one person who rolled well enough to succeed had they not fallen asleep. So you are therefore quite astonished Now, Oswald is looking out the window, so Oswald does not see this. But it is very probable that Rosalin would. So, Rosalin, just to see if, kind of your peripheral vision, etc., make sure you're not looking in the completely wrong direction to see this, basically. Make a perception test, but give yourself, make it very easy, plus 30.
Okay, well, in that case, I need... now I roll a freaking 9. So, okay. And yeah, I'm just sitting on the bed at this point. If I'm, surprised, that means I don't know what... I'm not ready at the door like I planned on. I'm sitting on the bed still.
Yeah, well, and you're surprised in the sense that you see, it's like a flicker of movement out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, huh? There's nobody over there. And you look, and there's a foot coming down into the fireplace from the chimney.
Oh, well, I scream really, really loud girl scream because she's not expecting that, and that's what I think she would do.
I think that's fair. I think that is probably indeed what she would do, because that would be very fucking scary, even for me as a fucking adult man.
I know,
right now.
That has a creepy,
house.
there's a creepy quality to it. You know what I mean? She's probably still not even sure, if it's even, supernatural or not. She doesn't
be
know.
Creepy.
It's probably not.
Even if it was Christmas and you're expecting Santa Claus.
Yeah,
you're not really
expecting. No. So yeah, I scream.
Well, and as soon as you do, the foot disappears up into the chimney, and you hear the sound of someone attempting to make a hasty escape out of the chimney. And within just moments as well, the door slams open, and the guards are standing there with their, swords ready. Like, what's going on?
The roof. Someone came down the chimney. They've scampered back up the chimney. Get to the roof now, quick. They'll be away.
I'm going to run to the chimney and look up it. And
I was hoping that you were going to be small enough to get up there. So
I don't know if I'm small enough to get up there, but I'm going to, if I can see somebody, I'm going to try to shoot my sling at if I see them.
I'm going to give them a roll to see how far they are able to get agility-wise before you can get there. So let's just see. That is not very good. So I'm going to say that they have made it basically to the top. And it's not a very, you're on the second floor. It's not a super tall chimney to get to the roof, but you have a foot still not, as you look up, you see this foot that's getting ready to be pulled out onto the roof, and you can attempt to ensnare it with your sling, or shoot at it, rather. I guess it's a sling that shoots rocks, not like a hook shot.
Yeah,
right.
But if the foot is close enough, I might actually try to grab it and pull it.
It's you have to stand up. You have to immediately stand up in the chimney and be agile enough to do it. I would say make an agility test.
Climb up there, man. Climb up in there. You won't get stuck. Do it.
That's a 98.
Oh my god! All right. Well, you slam your head into the the bit of the fireplace, trying to get up. Into the you try to stand up, and you basically smack your head on the chimney, and the foot disappears and scampers off to who knows where. Unfortunately, and the guards are like, "Well, do you think they're going to come back? Probably not that way now.
Probably
Although
not.
I don't know how else they get through here. We've got guards at the window. We've got guards at the door."
God, listen, gentlemen, if you don't get up to the roof, we will. And I'll start to push past them imperiously. And I'll say, come along, Oswald. And I'll pound on the wardrobe. Wake up! You probably already woke up when I screamed.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. They will be gone by the time and you can get up to the roof,
Well, now they will be. But I suppose you're probably right.
Can I try to climb up the chimney?
Like more more carefully instead of like trying to do it quickly. Yeah, sure. I mean, at that point, it's like a take 10 sort of situation, or you could just do it.
Yeah. Wriggle up there.
All right. So you
don't have to roll; you just do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, if you're not trying to do it super fast, right? To like grab a dude who's getting away.
Yep, I'm gonna go for it.
All right. Well, you wriggle your way up the chimney. I mean, it takes you a little bit. You're not as agile and slight, apparently, as the person who slipped down it, but you were able to do it anyway. And you get yourself on the roof, and you don't see anyone, but make a perception check.
Man, I'm rolling good, but just... Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, I got it. 13. I was reading them in reverse.
So you don't see any people, but you do, in scanning around, see some sooty footprints on the roof. Just slightly darker than its tiles.
Gotcha.
Heading off towards the opposite side of the inn.
What do you see up there? I yell muffledly from the bottom of it.
There's sooty footprints.
Well, then follow them.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them.
Ludmilla, I'm gonna go open the wardrobe and let you out.
So the...
What?
It was not a dream.
What's happening?
Just sit here.
Okay.
Listen for footsteps on the roof. There we go.
So essentially the inn is shaped like a capital C inverted, right? Like with the opening facing the other direction. And your room is on the bottom outside bit of it, and the footprints run up to the middle part, around to the left, and off the edge.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Which you notice, from having been here before, that directly underneath where the footprints jumped off is the entrance where you were catching rats, and the staff of the inn, the servants and such, were dormitoried up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna... Is there a way to scale down the building?
I mean, yeah, if you're being careful, I mean, it's not like slippery, etc. So, I mean, yeah, if you're being careful and not in a major hurry, yeah, you can do it. I mean, without rolling, etc.
Yeah, there's gonna be like window sills and
right, yeah, awnings, and window
pipes
seals,
and
and all sorts of stuff.
And hopefully, if anyone else comes up here on the roof, they can follow those footprints. And mine, I probably have sooty footprints as well.
Sooty footprints. Why that? Sooty footprints.
So yeah, you Oswald gets to the ground. I'm taking it.
Yep.
And then, what is everybody else doing, or nothing really?
Well, I'm waiting for Oswald. Yeah, Oswald. Yeah, unless Ludmilla has something. We're gonna let that spotlight shine right on Oswald, for better or worse, my friend.
Okay, well, you, Oswald, have become the star of this episode. But yeah, so you climb down and you find yourself outside the door where you just earlier in the evening were catching rats with your buddies.
All right. I'm gonna... Is there more footprints like here down, like around the door?
No, but I mean, the ground is kind of muddy and uneven, and it's like pretty tough to make out. You wouldn't see soot anyway, certainly in the mud.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't want to, like... We know where they went, so... probably didn't even need to go all the way down. I think if we're going to go after these guys, we'll probably have to do it together. So I will just make my way back up. Not climb back up, but just...
Back to the front door.
Yeah.
Up the stairs, yeah.
Tell them
okay.
what I saw.
So Oswald arrives back in the Bruno's room and gives you the lowdown on what he saw. And I think probably... I mean, you don't know what the would-be assassin knows or saw, but... I mean, this is all just kind of unexpected, really. I mean, the guards couldn't stop you from going up the chimney, and they or they couldn't stop somebody from coming down it. Yeah, so anyway, you kind of all now have a sense of what's going on and probably suspect that whoever was doing this is A, works here, and B, is probably not coming back to try it again now that they know that you know at least that they were trying to come down to the roof and that probably that they worked here. They may have they may have just disappeared entirely by now, actually.
Yeah, well, maybe Oswald can sniff them out.
That's a good
I'm gonna
idea.
have Oswald take a nice long sniff inside the chimney, just to maybe they left their scent in there, and yeah, you just give a good sniff in there, Posy, and then we'll maybe go back downstairs and yeah, we'll just hunt, just like hunting a rat. We'll find the bugger.
That sounds like as good a plan as any. And don't forget, we also have with us a huntress. Wake up!
Yeah, I do. I hadn't thought of using Poswald's superior olfactory senses, but that is a compelling idea. So he's going to, from what I hear, get a good long whiff of kind of the fireplace chimney area and see if he can pick up any human sort of sense that are, outside of you and the soot. And so he spends some time doing that. And what do you want? You think you've spent long enough that he should have, if he's going to get something, he's got it. So what do you want to do with this information?
Yeah, well, hopefully he was a stinky guy, and we can take Paulswald with us down to that door that we came in before, the dormitory. And
the staff dormitory, but not the public one.
Yeah. And just let him loose on the floor and see if he starts following a scent or something.
All right, so you go back downstairs and outside, and this is all of you, I'm guessing, and then around.
Oh yeah.
Around to the staff.
We need you alert now more than ever. We may need you to track something.
All right. I'm ready. I just had to... Let me wipe this drool off.
So are you... so are you going to knock on the door? Are you going to just try to burst it open? Or, what's the plan?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to kick it in.
Yeah, and I picture, I was just about to open my mouth and say something, some long-winded instructions to you about being careful and yada yada, but before she can even start talking, he's already kicked. Because I secretly want him to kick. My character doesn't, but I do.
Well, your character probably secretly does, but wants to at least put up the appearance of...
Yeah. Actually, she's thinking in her mind, she's like, are we on an adventure? Now we're really on an adventure.
That's good, because I only did it to impress you anyway, so...
Well, I mean, it's kind of an inanimate object, so any weapon skill test is going to be at a plus 30. And it doesn't look like a particularly sturdy door.
Yes, 34 would get it.
Well, just for the sake of it, why don't you roll damage as though it were an improvised weapon?
Okay. And improvised would be like minus... what? Minus 3 or something, maybe? Or
It's your strength bonus minus 4.
minus 4, okay. Oh, well, it would be a 6 damage.
Well, all right. That is plenty enough to kick the door open. Now, not off of its hinges, but you do break the latch, and it swings open. Wha-bam! And it startles everyone in the room, of course, but most of them are just lying in bed, sleeping. One of them is packing things into a bag and looks even more surprised than the others, and puts his hands up in the air and begins walking away. He's like, what is the meaning of all this? It's our private residence. You can't barge in here like this. Do you have a warrant? I don't think you do.
It looks like...
Barged into our room through the chimney.
Looks like we've got a pack rat.
What are you talking about? Pack rat? What? No such thing. I'm just working. I've got to go visit my parents over the weekend. I'm just packing to go visit them in Eldorf.
I'm going to stalk across the room and smack him.
Okay. Well, he's not expecting that. Wow. So whoop-pow.
No, it's actually on a backhand.
Well, that shuts him up.
Oh, wow, cool. I'm so glad I didn't have to roll for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, drama lords. Yeah.
Check his the soles of his shoes.
Well, and he's still wearing a little pair of leather foot coverings, which do have a not insignificant amount of soot on them. And in fact, when Oswald gets close to him, he's like, his tail's wagging, and he's like, this is what I was supposed to find. This is what I was supposed to find. And he's like all excited.
Good doggy.
Good doggy. Well, now, what do we do with you? Do we have a warrant? No, but you've been observed, sir, and this is evidence. Proof. Why were you trying to climb down? Is there a bunch of other... You said there's a bunch of other people in here in this dormitory.
Yeah, there's several... There's quite a few people who are startled by your entrance, and most of them are just sheets over the head, like...
Right.
Trying to pretend, like, not be noticed, basically.
Okay, good. Then I see no reason to leave, then. You have been observed, so why were you trying to climb down our chimney?
Well, I didn't want to exactly.
Spill it.
It would be best for you to be forthcoming and thorough.
Just admit you was trying to kill the new champion.
Well, and he kind of looks up at Rosalin, and he's like, oh, she's a noble. Fuck, I can't just bullshit these people because it's going to make it worse if I do. And so you can kind of see all these thoughts going on in hole mind, as if you ever watch the police interrogation videos on YouTube. I don't know if that's a thing. That's a rabbit hole I go down sometimes. It's really...
I do too.
I've seen some.
Guilty.
I've seen some, yeah.
It's like you can just see what's going on in their minds, and that's exactly what's going on with this guy. And finally, he just comes to the internal conclusion that lying is not going to help him anymore at this point. So he just starts babbling. He's like, well, I didn't really want to do it, but Damonblatt put me up to it to take out the champion so that we wouldn't, so that the Graven would lose the trial. But the money was really good. I couldn't turn it down. I would never do such a thing. Unless, and then they threatened me. I didn't. Damonblatt is such a horrible, evil person.
Well, can't say you're much better. Taking money to kill someone. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, but I got arrested for. Well, never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm just a petty criminal, and they gonna be set free after this. But it doesn't matter. My life is ruined now anyway.
I do believe that since you were sent to kill us, or one of us, and you did not succeed, that we should get the money you were paid.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I'm quite sure that that's exactly how it works.
Well,
It's
so
the law.
if I give you the money that was paid for me to kill you, will you then have to kill yourself?
Yes, and we promise we will forthwith.
Yeah, well, we'll have to consult that lawyer, the Graven's lawyer.
This is turning into a fucking Naked Gun movie.
Right. No, wait. Now listen. Your life may or may not be ruined, but what you need to do is speak to the Graven and come clean and tell her everything. You have possibly evidence to, use against Damonblatt. If he hasn't, so therefore perhaps she may be willing to be lenient with you if you were to cooperate. We can't intercede for you, but your life might not be over entirely.
Yeah, you turn state's witness and work with the Graven and tell her what she needs to know. Maybe she'll be light.
You'll have to speak to Damonblatt again. We'll need you to wear a wire.
And did you say the Graven had an attorney on hand? Do you think I could speak to them?
Not exactly.
Well, we spoke. There was a lawyer. He was kind of involved in some other business.
Well, he certainly has every reason to be sympathetic to you. So.
Yeah, maybe he'll take you on. What's it called?
Pro bono, I say, rolling my eyeballs.
Yeah, pro
I don't
bono.
have persuasion skill. Now I'll roll my eyeballs again, the other direction.
So it sounded like you were going to take this guy upstairs anyway. I mean, you've got him in your custody.
Yeah, he needs to see the Gravina or the Graphine. I can't remember.
Graven is
Graven, yeah.
The Warhammer Grav.
Female Grav.
Female Grav, yeah. So you take this would-be attempted assassin upstairs to the Graven's room. And the Graven wakes up, and as soon as you bring this person to her, I mean, she knows exactly who it is. I mean, not identity-wise, but she knows why they're in your custody, right? Mm-hmm. She set you up for this, and she grabs a bell off of her nightstand and begins ringing it to wake up all of her staff, who then all begin waking up and coming out after getting dressed, etc. And she says, yes, meet me downstairs and we'll determine the fate of this person.
Deal.
And that's not just you, but that's like everybody kind of in the vicinity, right?
We're certainly lucky things didn't turn out much worse for us, you know. That could be you on trial right now. So I hope you will remember that the next time we stop at an inn on the way to something very important like Krote, which is our main goal, that you do not get us all caught up in these shenanigans and hijinks. Which I admit, my curiosity got the better of me, but had you just kept your mouth shut, like I told you when we first arrived...
Yeah, well,
You're very lucky that's not you, that's all I'm saying.
And you notice the Graven, having rang her bell and kind of given her instructions, has kind of a look of consternation on her face. And she's kind of eyeing the door of the room next to hers, which you will remember is the lawyer's room, because you've been in there. And she... Gustav, she says. There's no answer.
oh,
So she opens the door of her lawyer, Gustav Rextandler. And his body is on the floor of the room as well. So yet another victim. And she almost, honestly, just like rolls her eyes and closes the door, like, what the fuck is up with this place? And
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know how much you want to know, Graven, but we did have a little conversation with this guy before, and looks like there was some... He was part of some cult in the past, and then he tried to get out, and then I don't remember. Somebody else died, and then we caught him trying to move the body, and he told us his story. These cultists were after him, and it looks like they got to him.
well, that is unfortunate, but it is not an uncommon story. I mean, it is not unheard of for otherwise good people to dabble in the various cults
You're not
in college.
you're not involved in all this cult nonsense, are you now?
Just drop it.
I mean, I wouldn't think so.
No, of course not, but, I mean, you never know. Sometimes you might join the chess club, and then it turns out they're all carrying Slanesh cocks in their pockets. I mean, you just never know.
I guess, yeah, I guess we travel in different social circles, and you got to be more careful, though, Graven, if I may speak openly.
You may not. Will you just drop it?
Well, had I known that he had such a past, I would not have had him in my employ. But now I need, I think, a new champion and a new lawyer. So, anyway, let us all meet downstairs here in just a moment.
Okay.
And so, a few minutes pass. And eventually everybody, including the Graven, gets everyone downstairs, and the landlord has to come up, and he doesn't know half of what's been going on. So he's like trying to get everybody downstairs to have an audience with the Graven, but he doesn't realize that Ursula has taken off, that the fucking smugglers have taken off, and Ursula was chasing them. He just doesn't have any idea. So he's like trying to find all these people that he has on his roster as being staying here. They're all either dead or gone. I mean, except you guys and the Graven's like staff, some of whom were dead, and his staff, some of whom were arrested. Right. So, but as dawn breaks at the inn, everyone has met down kind of in the main bar area, and the landlord is still going room to room, just trying to find the missing people, but of course they're not here, as you all
And
know.
I think we just don't even tell them. We just let them go around. Hello?
Right.
Hello?
Exactly. It's like
Right.
he's just running around upstairs as this meeting is happening downstairs, like confused, and you're just letting it be. So the Graven brings out the servant that you had captured and explains. I mean, of course, you guys already know this, but explains to all of her employees and all the staff of the inn and anyone else who's still here. I think Schmidt, actually, the adulteress. I think that guy's still here. Probably there's still some people still here,
Covered in welts.
Covered in welts.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's explaining, that this was a plant from the Baron von Demenblatz, and this person is the person responsible for Bruno's murder, as well as the attempted murder of Ludmilla. And she makes kind of a lengthy speech about laws and shit that you guys probably don't really care about, other than Rosalin to some extent. But basically, she rules that this servant is to be locked up and handed over to the road wardens at the earliest opportunity.
Good.
And then basically, everyone kind of goes on their way. Like, she's prepping to head out. It's morning, obviously. So she's getting ready to, to head to the trial in Kemperbad. And you guys are, of course, heading back to the boat and on towards the direction of Krote.
You and I wonder. I wonder what happened to that rather dashing lady. What was her name again?
Oh, you know her name.
Who ran off with... No, I can't remember.
Ursula.
Ursula. I wonder what happened with them. They just ran off into the night chasing those other two.
Sounds like
You may never know.
maybe you'd rather run off into the night with Ursula.
No, I just...
Well,
she's not going to let anyone mess with
some
her.
people-
She's very admirable.
Some people in your station, they see it as a prison. They're not free. They wish they could just run off and frolic and all that.
Well, some people can do that, but not those of us who must carry the burden of our family name.
I was kind of hoping that the Graven would like give us a reward or something at least. I mean, I was hoping maybe pin a little ribbon on Oswald since he was the one that found the guy.
I'm going to...
Well, that would be the last one. She'd pin a ribbon on everyone else, but not Oswald. He's furry. He's a dog. Isn't that how that works?
Oh, I see. I don't know.
Because Chewie didn't get a medal,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh, right. No, you
wow,
want to do...
I can't believe nobody got that.
I got it.
Wow,
It
what
just-
world am I
It took
living
me a
in?
minute. I admit. But what I was going to do when you said that, if we're like getting on the boat or we're on the boat talking, I'm going to set my pack down, my bag, whatever I've got, and reach inside. I got some kind of ribbon to tie my hair back or something, right? And I'm going to give it to the dog. There, here's Oswald's ribbon.
Yeah, give him a smooch.
I shall do no such thing. Here's a ribbon.
I'll take the ribbon. Yeah. Now there you go, Posy.
Ludmilla, smooch the pooch.
I'll switch the pooch.
So this is all happening. I'm imagining as you're sort of sailing down the Reich
Yeah.
towards Krote. But before you actually got on the boat, just to kind of do a little flashback bit, as you're walking towards the boat along the docks, you are actually approached by the Graven and a couple servants. And you can see that her, off kind of up the hill a little bit and towards the front of the inn, like her servants are finishing up getting her kind of luxuriously appointed coach ready to go, and so she's about ready to go herself. but she approaches you, flanked by a couple servants, and she says, "Well, Ludmilla, you would have made quite a lovely champion had you not had other obligations. In a different life, perhaps you could have all joined us on the way to Kemperbad and participated in trial, but no bother."
It does sound quite delightful. It's a shame that we will have to miss it.
Yes. However, I will have to find another champion, perhaps when I arrive in Kemperbad. But for your assistance in this matter, for which I do commend and applaud you, and I must offer my most sincere appreciation. And she hands each of you a very heavy pouch. With 50 gold crowns each.
Lord.
Wow.
Well, I'll be seeing you guys. I'm gonna retire.
No, don't take Oswald.
Oh, you only care about Oswald, is it?
Now, listen, I know that this seems like a lot of money to both of you, and it is. However, it can go very, very quickly. So do not rush off and spend this foolishly. You should parlay this into your future.
Noble, telling the commoner how to spend his money. Well, we know about spending and saving more than you lot do.
Well, if you did, then maybe you wouldn't be poor.
Now, see,
Wow.
that's the same argument they always say.
Wow.
We're getting canceled now, that's for sure.
Elitist.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
No, there's a little bit of her being annoyed with Oswald personally in that.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
And, dude, I mean, that was so unexpectedly hilarious that...
Yes.
Anyway, so the Graven walks back up the hill towards her coach, which is ready to depart, and of course you guys get on the boat and have the little scene with the ribbons and the Oswald.
Yeah.
And that's about where we're gonna call it for this year-ending episode. But this is not the end of the series. This series will span into, across the jump into next year, and will conclude in Krote in January. But we will talk about that some more later. First, I think, for completing the adventure, in addition to the 50 gold crowns given to you by the Graven, the most generous 50 gold crowns, for helping catch Bruno's murderer, each of you get 30 experience points. For beating Bruno at arm wrestling, Oswald gets 5 experience points.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nobody took direct action to stop Pram Handler before he reached and horsewhipped Fife Rauker. So no experience points for that. I don't think you actually murdered the cultist, did you? I mean, because they still killed the lawyer, right? So I think the lawyer killed one of them, and then they killed him and ran off. But you guys didn't actually do anything with them.
No,
intercede with
we
them
had started
anyway,
to like. If you're talking about the priests or the
no, the cultists that were after the
Okay,
lawyer,
yeah.
not the smugglers who were posing as priests. There's so much shit going on. It's hard to keep track of. So, in addition, I think 30 points each for solid role playing. I want to give Rosalin, an extra 10 XP just for that series ending fucking joke.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, good.
And I think 50 points each for attaining the group goals of the adventure. So a pretty good amount of rewards all around for that
That's
little
right.
bit of adventuring.
Yeah, I might have to buy like a little Joan of Arc, male coif for my little head. But hey, what do you call? How do you say main gauche? Is that how they say that? I've always wondered.
Pretty sure.
It's French,
Main
right?
gauche. Yeah.
Yeah,
Main gauche.
it would be.
Yeah. I need to buy one of those because if you have one of those and it's balanced, if it has weapon quality balanced, then you can get free parry per round without having to be in parrying stance. You just pop, pop, pop. If you have a free hand.
Nice.
Otherwise, it's a minus 20 with the left hand, but not if it's balanced. So that's why she's all crazy about parrying stance, because she learned all this from her brother, which is just the role-playing version of I read it again after 20 years. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Warhammer's always fun, and looking forward to a break, but it's been a good year, and
We hit 250 this year for the Halloween episode,
250.
apparently.
That's
huh?
right. Yeah, 250 was our Halloween.
Yep. And we want to thank everyone for listening.
That's right.
We really do like having listeners. It's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one
we
thing
like
you
having
kind of.
listeners.
Just one thing when you have a podcast, it's nice to have some listeners.
It's one of
you know.
our goals.
Yeah. One of our goals in doing this podcast was to have listeners.
Yeah, we finally got it after 6 years. We got some listeners.
We have a listener. I mean, basically, it's a different person every time. I think, but
Yeah, he's just trying to make us feel better. He changes his name.
gets on VPNs and it's,
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, yeah, who knows what will happen next year, but we know we're going to be starting with some Warhammer. We're going to get to Krote and finally do what we set out to do in the first place. And God only knows what that is.
Yeah, so we will see everyone in the year 2026, the year of our Lord.
Year of our good dear sweet Lord.
Have
Let's hope it's better.
lovely holidays
That's
that are
right.
warm and bright
Yeah.
and full of joy.
Hey everyone, if you like this podcast, consider leaving us a good rating and or review, and subscribe to us wherever you can. We've got a YouTube channel and a Discord server, as well as merchandise available at TeePublic. Find our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. You can find all those links and more at the Linktree/GooniesWorld. Thanks for listening.